Hi everyone, my name is Adam Lavell, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I take an image on a green screen, take it into Photoshop and remove the green. Before we start, just if you want to follow me on Facebook, Flickr or add me InWorld, you can do so using the links in the description below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is the image we're going to be working with. It's an image I took of the amazing gin blossom. I took the image on a green screen in Firestorm using NAM optical prim and skin Winlight, something along those lines. But if you search it, you'll find it. I took it in ultra settings. The green is an actual prim. And I've made it green and I turned it to full bright. You can actually use a different color background. It all depends on what colors you want to keep in the image and what you want to remove. So in this particular image there is no green in gin. There's no green elements, so having a green background makes it easier to remove. If there was, like, say she had green eyes or she had elements of green in her skin tone, then maybe I'd use a different color, a contrasting color, maybe blue, and use that to remove the background. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my background eraser tool. It's not that one, it's no, there we go. So it's usually under the eraser icon. Right click and then choose your background eraser. Make sure that the middle icon, which is sampling once, is ticked or pressed. This means that you're only just choosing one color, and then you choose this contiguous. And the tolerance level for this particular image I'm keeping at 100%. So now I increase the size of the brush and then I take a sample of the green and then I just paint through, and as you can see it just comes away, so I've got my finger pressed on and I'm literally just going over the entire image to get rid of all the green. It really is as simple as that. Okay, so now that I've taken the green, the next part is to make sure all the green is taken out. So I'm going to create a new layer, place it underneath the main image, and then I'm going to use the bucket tool and fill it with a dark color. This one I'm going to use black, and straight away you can see there's elements of green still in the hair. So I'm going to make sure to get rid of all of that green. As you can see, it's usually only on the faintest parts of the hair, so we're gonna get rid of this green. So to do that, I'm going to create a new layer and have it above the main image, and then right click on the actual layer and create a clipping mask, and then go to blending options, which is like the drop down menu just above there, and choose hue. So I'm going to zoom in and then go into the areas where there's elements of green, and I'm going to take a sample of one of the darker strands of the hair, making sure that opacity level is at 100%, so you can see that's probably the darkest part, and then I just simply start painting over the green. You might notice that the colour might be a bit lighter than the rest of the hair, but I think because this part of the hair tends to be quite light anyway, it's like strands, so there's going to be less of it, so the colour is naturally going to be a bit lighter, so I think it works well. So I'm just going to make sure that I go over all the areas where there is a little remnants of green. Now I right click on the clipped layer and merge down, make it to one layer, and that's it, all the green's taken out. So this allows me now to use whatever background I wish. I can keep it black, I can paint the background, for example, just choose a paintbrush and just choose any colour, and I can draw anything in the background and not affect the foreground. There's so much you can do with green screen editing. For example, you can place one image on top of the other. So using this example, I'm going to grab an image and place it behind Jin in this image. I can transform the image, I can make adjustments to the image, and just work independently because they're on two separate layers. So I can work on the background and make any kinds of adjustments, like increase the brightness, contrast, and it doesn't impact the foreground unless I want it to. I can change the saturation as an example. So much you can do with green screen editing. Just gives you that much freedom to create the image exactly how you want to. I can also blow out the background to bring focus on the foreground, like this. There is so much you can do with green screen editing. It's probably the reason why I enjoy it so much, because it gives me so much creative freedom to create images however I like. So it's definitely worth trying yourself. I'm going to quickly show you another example, and hopefully you'll be able to do it yourselves. So here's another example. This is an image of Little Angel. Take it into Photoshop, and I'm going to erase the green. So I go to the eraser icon, right click and select the background eraser tool. Make sure the middle icon single once and distant contiguous and 100% tolerance is selected. And then I'm just literally going to click on any part of the green and then keep my finger pressed down on the mouse and then draw all over the green, taking out all the green. Go over it a couple of times to make sure it's completely gone. Then I create a background layer and make it dark, just to see if there's any remnants of green left in the image. I can see that there is. And it's always usually tend to be on the finer parts of the hair, you know, the whisks of the hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create another layer above the image of Angel and clip it, right click and clip, and then change the blending mode to hue. Select a paintbrush and then take a sample of the darkest parts of the hair colour and then make sure it's at 100% opacity and go ahead and draw over that green, taking it all out, and as you can see it's just coming away. It really is quite simple. I have seen, you know, people say that it is complicated, that they can't get the green out all the time. This is a method that I've tried, and these are the settings that I use. Maybe it is an issue with settings in your Photoshop if you're using Photoshop on getting the green out completely. But do play around with it. There are tons of YouTube videos that explain it probably far better than what I can, but I wanted to just share with you how I personally do it myself. And you know, you get to have a lot of fun creating some awesome images. So that's me taking out all the green in this particular image, and then once I've done that I'll merge down that clipped layer, and there you have it, all the green taken out. So if I just take away that black layer, you can see that I can literally put anything behind it, because now everything around Angel is now transparent. Now that the green's taken out, I can put in whichever background I want, and this is what I did with Angel. As you can see, I took out all the green and I put on my own background. I actually painted this background myself and used blur techniques to make it quite colourful and just like have all the colours merged together and have Angel pop out. So that's it. That's how I do my green screen editing. Just to quickly summarise, when you're taking your image InWorld, make sure that it's at the best possible quality that your computer can handle, that the green or whichever colour you're using is at full bright. Bring it into Photoshop and using the settings I used, just practice, have fun with it. Like I said, there are other YouTube tutorials that do explain it in a bit more detail. Feel free to go through those, but the best way to learn is just to practice. It took me a while to figure out, but I do it all the time now, and it's become a simple process, like everything does with a bit of practice. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, and please do write them down in the comments below, and I'll try and answer them. If you have any suggestions, any other methods that you think might be helpful and that you'd like to share with us, then please do so again in the comments below. So have a go and see how you get on. Any images that you take using some of the methods that you might have learnt from this video, please do tag me. I would love to see them. Put the links in the comments below. Tag me on Facebook or Flickr. Let me know. Show me what you've done. And good luck. Thank you. Take care. Bye.